So in the previous video, I talked in different ways about the inspiration I got from this book, but let me in this video just go through the main plot in this book without revealing any secrets that could ruin the reading for the reader, for any potential reader. I would very highly recommend this book because it has really a lot to give, both on the lines, between the lines, and behind the lines, not the list. When you look on the lines, whatever you're reading, it's enriching you with new words, new, what can you say, vocabulary and way of thinking, and no, sorry, new topics. And then between the lines, you get all sort of trying to understand the plot, understand the personalities that's working in this story, and behind the lines, you will really get a lot of inspiration in your own life wherever you are. And I really claim that you won't get more out of this book than you already know. It means whatever you know something about, it will inspire you to. You will not be able to dig into the issues that you don't know anything about. You will just jump them over or try to understand them and fail. And so when you read the sum of part of this book and you will see this is really not making sense to me, that's because you don't know enough about that issue to enjoy what they are writing about. And so you have to just conclude either I have to go and make a course in that, dig more into that side of it, or to say I will live with not knowing more than I already knew about this topic. And this is a brilliant touch in the book, I believe. Well, the book is about a boy we don't get the name of who has written these memoirs that lasted all the way up to 2040, like in the future, and is found by a couple who wants to publish it but not sure about it. And the book is about these memoirs. The memoirs of a young boy who works in a tavern in the days of 1683, between September 10th and September 19th. And then from 20 to 25, we get the wrapping of the story of his memoirs. In these memoirs, he recounts when he was a boy working in that tavern and they got the quarantina. They couldn't get out because they were suspected of having the plague inside that place. And so 11 persons and the boy, as number 12, are confined to that place. There is a doctor and there is three travelers whom one of dies immediately after the book starts. And it's because of his death, they think it's a plague that hit him, and so they get confined. And from there, the story unravels slowly. We follow the doctor trying to heal the people. We follow the boy. He has to clean up. He has to bring food. He has to talk to the people who lives there. And so he finds out more and more about them. And he gets a very strong ally in a guy called Atto Milano, who is actually an historic figure these writers had found. There are more than one historic figure in this story, but well, he's one of the very central figures in this. You could say he's the main character of this story because he's trying to unravel a mystery, and the boy doesn't understand what he's up to, and he gets to suspect him several times during the story. But he follows him and he learns from him, and they have a mission. He has a mission. He want to know what secrets the people who are in that place have been hiding. And so they also find some underground tunnels where they go on nightly expeditions to find the passages, and they also track some of the other residents who are going in that place. And in between this storytelling that the boy is telling us, the account the boy is retelling, we get all sort of historic insights. It's like the boy doesn't know much, and suddenly in these 9-10 days, he gets to understand a lot more about historic events, about events in his time, his big personalities. The story goes all the way up to the Pope. It goes to the king, the Sun King, Louis XIV. It goes to the siege in Vienna the Turks were making. It goes in the direction of the new science, the breaking ground for understanding new science that could become a weapon. I will not reveal more. it will go in the direction of understanding how astrology and numerology are believed to have impact on our life by some people. And the boy is shocked by that, and to understand that the priests are not always just priests. They have some hidden beliefs sometimes, and sometimes some of them are not honest to their faith. And so the boy is really getting a tour de force in his changing in the way he sees the world, understand it, how it works, the corrupt mechanisms behind it. And he gets involved in it because he starts helping Atto spying, and he starts getting into the rooms of the others, talking to them to elicit information. And they are underground, and they can be lost, and a lot is happening both underground and above ground, and it's all connected, and it's connected in a strange way with historic facts, things that really happened in those years that the writers are bringing forward in light. So it's not just a fictive story, and this is what I love about it. It's not just a story somebody made up in their mind. It's related to our true human history, and psychological traits, and how people deal with things and secrets they hide. And they're using a very flourishing and beautiful language. They have also terminology of science and herbs, and mixtures of oils and a lot of things. There are also some funny spots. You would really laugh or smile while reading the book, how they react to several things, especially the doctor trying to treat the people who are in there. They're not really caught by the plague, but this is what the authorities outside think. And that's why they're confined there, and so there's no way out until everybody like shows sign of health after 2-3 weeks, because that's the limit for the plague to show itself. And so meanwhile, one gets sick and the other get hit, and something happens between the people, and especially for the boy. It's a really grand adventure for him, like living the whole contemporary world that he was in those 9 days. And this is what he's telling us about. And what I like about this boy is he's a simple, pious boy who's trying to follow the rules of the religion, and trying to be righteous and love the authorities who are speaking in the name of God, and just know his place in the world. He's not trying to be something more, but he has aspirations. He would like to change his life, be a publicist. He would like to learn more, and he can't stay away from participating in the drama that this Atto Milano is using him for. But at the same time, he's torn between suspicions to him, but also admiration. He want to learn from him, he want to follow him, he want to understand what's going on, but he's also suspicious of him, and he hears the others speaking about him in negative word, and he has a good way of trying to confrontate him all the time, all during the story. And this Atto Milano is very frivolous in explaining and talking to the boy, but not giving him all the facts all the time, hiding something, giving all the necessary information, but enough, and especially enough of historic account and events, especially also things that happened to him, regarding the life of Nicolas Fouquet, and the squirrel, as he was known. He was a brilliant man at that time, as it was accounted for in Anatole France's work. And so we have these historic events, historic personalities, and we have things going on, intrigues on very high level, that's all come to meet in that tavern, because the man who dies has a significant secret, and some are chasing it, and some are trying to save it or hide it or give it to somebody else. And that secret could be a great weapon, could be turned into a great weapon if it was discovered as it was meant to be. And so the story is really worthwhile your time, and it's beautiful to read. And I read a lot of books, and I would like to talk about them, but sometimes you find a book that you think, no, I have to talk about this one especially. The other was good, but this one is special. And when you read it, you understand why it was sold in over 1 million copies from the first print, and so it was reprinted. I think many people know it today. It's not a secret. It's a fairly old book. It's not a new one. But the special thing I want to talk about it's like 10 years old, or I say. But what I want to say is that if you haven't read it, or if you like to read it, it's worth your while and time, both for the history and for the new the things that happens, but especially if you want to follow the boy's account, the way he sees things, the way he changes, the way he, and you will change with him too, and you will also look back at yourself. As I said, you will not only be reading the lines and behind the lines, you will also be reading and between the lines, but you will be reading behind the lines. That means you will get all sorts of inspirations that's not directly related to the story, but to your own life, and to put yourself like in a kind of perspective. And one of the beautiful quotes in that book is that we have to change not what we think, but the way we think. It's not about what we think, it's about the way we think. This is one of the beautiful quotes in this book. And so, filled with wisdom and also intriguing, page by page, you're going to see what's going to happen to these people and personalities, and you laugh about some of the things that's going on. It's like you just get to live there with them. I'm not sure if this book has been filmatized, but it should, or maybe it has. I'm not sure. I've not looked it up. Anyhow, this is a recommendation. If you want to learn more about my inspirations from the book in all kind of directions, you can listen to the other video I made about it. And yeah, well, thanks for the time anyway.